Gotta love the spring season. Isn't it just absolutely lovely right now? I mean, look at this. Everything's coming into bloom, the grasses are growing, everything is coming back up. I just did the mowing yesterday. Well, now of course we have to do the actual edging process. We have to actually get the spinimic thing of death, the weed whacker, that's the word I was looking for, to actually, well, go ahead and start trimming up along the driveway lines, underneath the trees, everywhere before the squirrels start going nuts again and start nesting everywhere. We also want to preserve some of the rabbit little spots so they can hide out and hide away from the coyotes. As you've noticed, I'm also wearing the Schmidimic boomstick here on a cross-draw holster, well, because the cougar and the lynx both have been spotted on the property within the last couple of days. I think I've spotted exactly where they like to run. We have a game trail that goes deep into the backcountry over there, and it is right along a green strip that goes all the way up into the mountains. And that's essentially where they like to kind of track through. Same with the deer and everything. They have to go straight through there. It's a pretty well-defined game trail. Of course, I'm going to be whacking around in that area. Giggity. So, gotta stay a little protected. But anyway, before we do that, and you guys probably will have to do this at home too, you got to get your weed whacker whacking. So in order to do that, you're going to have to, well, probably restock your cassette, right? And of course, for these DeWalt's, you can go ahead and just buy a brand new cassette for about 11 bucks. At least last year you could. I don't know about this year. But I'm going to show you a quick and easy DIY way that you can actually do this at home right now and actually not just improve your performance, but also save you a hell of a lot of time by using Shindawa's heavy gauge cable. Plastic cable. But I'll show you how to do it. I'll show you how to install on your own old empty cassette so you can get new life out of it, stretch it out the whole season on a big ass spool for, I don't know, each cut would probably be like cents to the dollar instead of dollars to the dollar. So let's get to it, shall we? Let's go. Boom. First we got that, and then we got that. Bam. Big ass spool I'm telling you about here. This is Shindawa brand. Look at that. Ultraflex heavy plastic gauge. I mean, this is way better than that sort of speaker wire that comes initially in these DeWalt ones. This is a lot better, especially if you have a kind of a brushy environment that you need to work in. But first, we've got to take the cassette off so we can actually refill it. We've got to flip this guy around so we can actually work on her. Put her here, and here's how you're going to do it. Check this out. You're going to have, I did a whole series last year on homestead vlogs, DIY everything, kind of late in the season there to show you how to do it, even some shorts, but we're going to do it again this year. I'm going to link all those down below in the description so you can find everything that has to do with any sort of homesteading, DIY stuff. And then of course we have our truck stuff, our air rifle stuff, new episode coming. In the next couple of days I got to finish editing it, but I think you're going to like it. We got some new toys. Anyway, and of course bike stuff coming up. Don't forget that. But let's go ahead and take care of this first. Here you go. So you can see these little tabs right here. Going to be equidistant. And then these are your eyelets here. Go ahead and squeeze your tabs. Take the top cover off. Now, you're going to look into here, and this is your actual cassette right here. Pull it straight out. You see how it's cut like a keyway there, and it keys right onto the shaft. Giggity. So you want to make sure you key this on your shaft correctly.
Please call the DWP. I'm stuck in here.
Don't cross your shafts. Giggity. Anyway, here's what you're going to do. So look at this. This is how it empties out. This is your feeder end here. This is kind of your brake end over here. And then, of course, the thing wraps around. And you have to make sure which way this thing spins. We know from last year, at least what I remember, this thing is counter spinning. Let me grab the battery real quick. All right, so we know that we are spinning. So if you're looking at this like a clock face, you see which way it's spinning. All right, so we're looking at like at 12 o'clock. Dead on, going one. So we know it's going counter, or we know it's going clockwise from the direction that we're looking at. Cool. So now that we identified which way that thing spins, now we can actually work on it. So we'll put that off to the side for now. We'll get our cap, kind of map it out. Because the thing is, you want to put this in such a way where it's spinning, that the centripetal force is going to spin your thing out through the eyelets to feed. So we know that we're going to have to wrap it going this way. So that way the thing keeps wanting to come out as it spins to keep feeding this thing. Otherwise, we're going to run out of stuff. Now you're going to come here to your big-ass spool here. Go ahead and get yourself some line. Because I have to put my work lights right on top of there, so that's not that super helpful. Heat up some line here. I'm not going to do a whole lot of whacking today anyway, don't really need to yet. Get about, yeah, yay big. Sounds good. Now you're going to need yourself a pair of strong snips, either with a pair of pliers that has a wire cutter to it, or even just some straight up wire snippers here. Right there. I'm going to cut it down and we'll leave a little tail so we can tack it back up through here for keeping. This needs to be sharpened. Yeah, got it. Boom. Pack that up through there. Boom. All right. Back this guy away. Cool. So now you're going to take a cassette here and you're going to find your feed hole, which is going to be the bigger, wider side here. This is your brake side. So what you're going to do now, just feed this guy through, just like that. Boom, boom, boom. So now remember, put your cap over there. Remember which way it's spinning. It's going out that way. So your rear tail is going to have to be just a wee bit longer so they match up at the tail end there. Now what you're going to have to do is to keep this from totally spinning out altogether. You want to keep this core base in here. So for that, I'm going to have to make a little knot right in there. So I'll pull this back a little bit so we can track which way we're knotting it. This stuff is can be a little difficult to work with because it is such a tense cable. That way it locks it into place there. Check your length again. It doesn't have to be perfect, remember. It just has to be good enough. Right about like that. Cool. So now what you're going to do is, again, remember which way it's spinning. We know we're going this way. So we're going to have to wrap going back over this way. This way when it spins, it feeds itself out of the actual cassette. And just pack it in, guide, guide, guide. Guide, guide, guide. Something like that. Okay. Pack this up on top here. Up the knot, like that, like that, like that. Cool. Now you're going to feed yourself a couple of tails, because now you have to feed it through the eyelet here. So get your keyway here lined up, more or less to about right there, and sort of measure yourself out. See, that's why I left it a little bit longer. Now you can see, when it's equidistant across from each other, they're about equal, sticking out. That's how you want to do it. So what you're going to do is you're going to feed one through here. Okay. You're going to feed your second one through there, down in there. With the sticker cable, it's going to be a little bit tight, but that's okay. Going to pull this out here. Let's grab a kind of a long something or other, just to kind of help guide this thing out of there. And it's going to be a bit of a wrestling match with this, but that's perfectly fine. Other way you can do it, of course, is you can try to leave your tail tight wrapped up on here and then feed it down through here, but then it's a little bit more finicky that way, especially with the sticker cable stuff. You just want to give yourself a little bit of room there. And try to get it out from underneath the cassette there if you can. This is thicker than the original stuff, so that's why it's going to be a bit of a hassle. There you go. See, so you just have to kind of line her up. Make sure you actually lock into your keyway there. There you go. This way it'll actually spin on your thing. Just pull you guys tight like this. Boom. There you go. Now you're lined up and in. Let's go and pop a cap back on. Now this way it's going to allow you to cut through brush, cut through thick, tall stuff, tall stuff, and help you actually make most of your money. Because that way you don't have to. Why is this not popping on, huh? Okay, should have seated all the way in there. And this should just go right on. Boom. There you go. Now you're back to rocking. Now this is going to save you a lot of money because this spool is only like, well, back in the day it was like 23 bucks. Who knows how much it is now, but it's not terribly expensive. Definitely beats buying those little cassettes that wear out within basically one cutting session. This will last you, I've only had to refill it once last year, let's just put it that way, for this entire homestead property. Of course, we use the scythe quite a bit as well too. So there's that to take in consideration. But in terms of this, I mean, it's every week pretty much you have to go out there buzzing. So not a bad deal. I mean, we cut a lot with it. That's why I have dual batteries and everything for it. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to follow the rest of the series. Let's go ahead and take this thing outside and let's see if she can, well, cut it. Let's go. This works really well against the fence lines as well too. Let's get that trigger off. There we go. And if it's a little bit too long and whack it around like that, you can just trim them down a little bit. And then that'll help because you see how they kind of spring out a little bit longer there. That's okay, you just trim them down and away you go. Alright, I'm going to have to trim these guys down just a wee bit here. Let me grab the trimmer. This thing will relax out as it spins. It kind of tightens itself up and it'll come out a little bit longer. I left them a little bit long, just a little past that trimmer piece there, but we can go and clip those suckers down. Let's go and do that. Okay, so now if you're having that problem where they kind of stretched out a little bit longer than you anticipated, pretty easy fix. Just come line them up to about right here, and then just trim them down. Let me see if I can hook you guys somewhere. All right, just come up to here, make sure you stretch it nice and tight, and just clip it just shy of that. And just save your cutoffs here, because we're going to use these for something else. All right, come about here, clip it just shy of that. Boom. All right, let's save our clip-offs. Okay. Now let's see what she do. Let's come up here to the fence line here. There we go. Boom, shakalaka. Let's go and trim along the fence line here. Look at that. Like magic. Boom. See if we can tackle some heavier duty stuff here. See that Scotch worm right there? I just don't like the look of you. Let's see what we could do. Boom. Try doing that with the basic DeWalt stuff. And look at that. She's still there. That's going to last you a good long time, even up against fence lines. Anyway, well, there you have it, everyone. Like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to follow for the rest of the DIY everything series, including homestead vlogs. We're going to have a whole set of new seasons, including new planting, new farming, new growing, new hunting, new everything, because this season is here. That's right, season 2 is about to start. Anyway, I'll see y'all a little bit later. I got to get to work. Stay wild. Woo!